has 15 grams of muscle and 26 essential vitamins and minerals, including calcium and vitamin D, all with a great taste.
Boost gives me everything I need to be up for doing what I love.
Boost High Protein. Be up for it.
A wealth of information. A wealth of perspective. A wealth of opportunities. That's the clarity you get from Fidelity Wealth Management. Straightforward advice, tailored recommendations, tax-efficient investing strategies, and a dedicated advisor to help you grow and protect your wealth. Fidelity Wealth Management.
He's a NASCAR champion who's faced thousands of drivers. She's a world-class swimmer who stared down the best in her sport. But for both of them, the most challenging opponent was
PE blood clots in my lung. It was really scary.
The DVT in my leg.
I had to learn all I could to help protect myself.
My doctor and I chose Xarelto.
Xarelto, to help keep me protected.
Xarelto is a latest generation blood thinner that's proven to treat and reduce the risk of DVT and PE blood clots from happening again. In clinical studies, almost 98% of patients on Xarelto did not experience another DVT or PE.
Here's how Xarelto works.
Xarelto works differently. Warfarin interferes with at least 6 blood clotting factors. Xarelto is selective, targeting just one critical factor interacting with less of your body's natural blood clotting function. Don't stop taking Xarelto without talking to your doctor, as this may increase risk of blood clots. While taking, you may bruise more easily or take longer for bleeding to stop. It may increase your risk of bleeding if you take certain medicines. Xarelto can cause serious and in rare cases fatal bleeding. Get help right away for unexpected bleeding, unusual bruising, or tingling. If you've had spinal anesthesia, watch for back pain or any nerve or muscle-related signs or symptoms. Do not take Xarelto if you have an artificial heart valve or abnormal bleeding. Tell your doctor before all planned medical or dental procedures and before starting Xarelto about any conditions such as kidney, liver, or bleeding problems.
You've got to learn all you can
to help protect yourself from DVT and PE blood clots. Talk to your doctor about Xarelto. There's more to know.
Original reporting every morning on CBS This Morning with Gail King, Nora O'Donnell, and John Dickerson.
Now, Jamie Yuccas with the play of the week executed by a pair of NFL players and their friends.
Dan and Eli Smoker took a selfie on Saturday to remember their perfect climb up Castle Rock in Colorado. Going down was a different story for the grandfather and grandson.
I went down first, and I was climbing down. Then I heard what sounded like a shoe slipping, and I turned around to see my grandpa falling, and I saw him hit the ground.
Dan fell more than 20 feet. NFL players and brothers Christian and Max McCaffrey happened to be nearby, and Christian called 911, while other Good Samaritans kept Dan alive and Eli calm.
My mind was working at 1,000,000 miles an hour. Like, I was just thinking, will my grandpa survive this?
Dan did survive, but is being treated for a broken leg, neck, and pelvis, 9 broken ribs, and a blood clot on his brain. The players visited the family at the hospital.
What did that mean to you?
I can't thank them enough, honestly.
Eli and his dad are even more grateful today. The 72-year-old took a breath without machines and saw his grandson.
And his eyes just lit up.
A small step in the climb to a full recovery. Jamie Yuccas, CBS News, Los Angeles.
And that is the CBS Evening News Tonight. I'm Jeff Glor. The news continues now on CBSN.
You're watching 13 News, Kansas News Leader.
Good evening. I'm Erica Hall. Melissa Bruner is on assignment.
And I'm Ralph Hipp. Welcome in tonight to 13 News. Well, winter is not giving up without a fight, and a lot of that fight, Erica, has come from area firefighters again today.
Yes, very windy conditions. Let's check in with Peyton Sanders in the Weather Center to see if that will continue that way.
Hi, Erica. Hi, Ralph. We have some very good news in our forecast for the firefighters as we move on through the night tonight and the entire day tomorrow. Winds under 10 miles per hour. We finally get a break from that Kansas wind after it has been very gusty over the past several days. And it's still a bit on the cool side right now. A beautiful sunset from our Lawrence Skycam this evening, brought to you by Capital Federal. You see just a few clouds on the horizon as the sun sets here at the 6 o'clock hour. And it's a bit on the chilly side right now. Most of us in the 40s. It is a little bit cooler farther northeast, though. We have 36 degrees in Hiawatha, 42 the current temperature in Holden, with 46 in Manhattan. And our temperatures will fall down into the 30s as we move on through the next couple of hours. And the winds today, they were not nearly as strong as yesterday, although it was still a bit breezy. That made it feel pretty chilly. Northwest winds right now at around 5 to 10 miles per hour. And again, a good news, break from the wind tomorrow. Even into Friday, too, the winds shouldn't be too bad. And it does come with some milder temperatures, 60s by the time we end the work and school week. And we are checking a chance for some rain for the first half of your weekend. I'll have a look at Supercast coming up a little bit later.
Thank you very much, Peyton Sanders. Well, it's been a cold and windy day filled with more Kansas grass fires. Let's go to Juan Cisneros. He's live in Wabaunsee County for us tonight, where fire crews there are battling another big grass fire.
Well, Ralph, crews were sent here from a fire on Vera Road in Wabaunsee County, and we're here at Echo Cliff Road and Harveyville Road. And as you can see behind me, there's still quite a bit of smoke, and we have not been updated yet on the cause. But as we drove down the road here, we did see that there is a lot of damage and that this is a large-scale fire. We have seen several crews from around the area, including Dover, Auburn, Wabaunsee County, and choppers in the air working to put the fire out. When we arrived on scene, we still saw several flames right behind us. Shawnee County Emergency Management advises people to stay clear of this area, even though traffic is still flowing. We were told to move to this area for safety reasons and that someone would be coming to update us as soon as possible. So you can stay tuned to my social media accounts for any updates that I can provide, and at 13 News and 10, where I will give you all the updates that we get later on.
Thank you, Juan Cisneros. They're at Vera Road and Echo Ridge. 2 drivers escaped injury. There was a collision in central Topeka a few hours ago. Topeka police are telling 13 News the 2 drivers were traveling on Northwest 1st and Franklin, one heading south, the other north. They don't know at this point. It's still too early to say why both the vehicle drivers collided and hit each other. Topeka police reporting that nobody was injured in this wreck, but you see the damage there. The recovery efforts at Tuttle Creek State Lake continue this morning, but they were cut short again because of the high winds they had. RCPD saying that Anthony Berg had drowned on Saturday afternoon while fishing on the lake. This marks now the full 5th day in the department's recovery efforts. Weather conditions over the past couple of days have made the search for Anthony, and they have a body recovery mission in mind, made it very difficult for the officers there.
This morning we caught a little window of a couple hours when the wind was down, and we did go out and do some side scan work. Wind came up pretty quick. I think we're hitting 20 mile an hour again already, so we've called off for today. I recognize completely this is something that could have happened to me when I was his age, and it's truly a tragedy, and we're going to do everything we can to bring closure.
The Army Corps of Engineers and Kansas Wildlife Game Wardens will continue searching again tomorrow in that effort.
Local law enforcement from across the state are mourning the loss of a Clinton, Missouri police officer killed in the line of duty, the second in less than a year. Officer Christopher Morton was killed last night after responding to a 911 call. 2 other officers were wounded in the shooting that began around 9 Tuesday night. Officer Morton joined the U.S. Army in 2005 and was deployed twice. In 2014, the Kansas City Royals even honored Morton for his military service. The Kansas Highway Patrol says the suspected gunman was 37-year-old James Waters of Clinton, which is between Kansas City and Springfield. He was found dead inside the home at around 12:30 this morning. Waters had a long criminal history and has been in prison for robbery, resisting arrest, and drug-related charges. Officials say police received a 911 call and heard 2 women screaming in the background. Soon after they arrived, shots were fired at Officer Morton. The Missouri Highway Patrol says those 2 other officers suffered minor or moderate injuries. 7 months ago, Clinton officer Gary Michael was killed in the line of duty, marking 2 officers lost in under a year there.
And add an extra 25 years in prison for the inmate convicted of trying to kill a Shawnee County Corrections officer last April. The Shawnee County DA's office says Alan Schroeder, who's 27, was sentenced to 247 months in prison for attempted second-degree murder and got an additional 55 months for a conspiracy charge, all stemming from the April 2017 attack on Officer Lacey Knoll. Those sentences will be served one after the other. At the time of that attack, Alan Schroeder had been serving time held on an unrelated charge of attempted aggravated battery. That resulted in his conviction and a 16-month sentence. His new sentence won't begin until this one ends. An arraignment date is now set for a Greenwood County man accused of killing a 6-month-old baby. KVOE Radio's reporting Benny Clark will be in court in the morning. He's facing the charges of first-degree murder and another count of felony child abuse in the death of Cooper Clark last August. Federal charges have been filed against this Topeka man accused in a couple of armed robberies. U.S. Attorney for Kansas, Stephen McAllister, says a federal grand jury returned the indictment today against Alexander McClelland. He's facing the 2 counts of aiding and abetting the robbery and 2 other charges of helping in the use of a firearm during that holdup. The counts allege that McClelland was part of a January 6th robbery of Plato's Closet on Wanamaker Road in Topeka. The other charge alleges he had robbed a Kentucky Fried Chicken restaurant on Topeka Boulevard January 20th. A 24-year-old Joshua Musgraves, who's also a Topekan, pleaded guilty in the same robberies. He'll be sentenced in the middle of May.
Several Manhattan schools were placed on heightened alert earlier this afternoon. Police were searching for the man who robbed a payday loan store. The Riley County Police Department says they are searching for this man who held up an Advanced America at gunpoint. Investigators say the suspect robbed the store at 610 Fort Riley Boulevard around noon. He was said to be wearing a blue jumpsuit and had stringy hair that's believed to be a wig. Anyone who recognizes him is asked to call Crime Stoppers at 539-7777. Manhattan High's East Campus, as well as Woodrow Wilson and Theodore Roosevelt elementary schools, were placed on a lockout during the search, according to USD 383. They also confirmed Manhattan Catholic schools were placed on heightened security stemming from the search. The lockout was lifted around 1:20. Governor Collier signed an executive order at Jardine Academy today. The order creates the P20 Education Council. As 13's Tiernan Shank found out, it isn't new to Kansas. Tiernan?
Erica, that's right. The council was active under former Kansas governors Sebelius and Parkinson. Collier reintroduced the council in hopes of keeping more people in Kansas. It's not to solve the issue of school funding.
I want to be a neurosurgeon. If you want to be that, you have to graduate like college and stuff, so it's important to have a good education.
Jardine 8th grader Alyssa Stewart will need years of education to make her medical mark. Governor Jeff Collier hopes she'll stay in Kansas to do it.
That's what this is about today, is how do we encourage and enhance schools, our education, so that our jobs are here.
Originated under 2 of his Democratic predecessors, the council aims to keep more Kansas graduates on the workforce in their own state.
Their mission will be to create a streamlined process for educating Kansas students and help them advance their career opportunities beyond high school graduation.
The 16-member council will be headed by Commissioner of Education Randy Watson and the President and CEO of the Kansas Board of Regents, Blake Flanders.
We know now that all of the new jobs that are being created require some skills beyond high school. So if we focused only on high school, we're really selling the opportunity, we're selling short the opportunities for our young Kansans.
Department of Commerce's Education Executive Diane DeBacker says it shows Collier is putting education first.
He realizes that education is important to growing the economy, to growing the workforce, to having businesses locate here and then want to stay in Kansas.
She says school funding is not the mission of this council.
Of course, the initiatives that we put forward may have a price tag to them, but no, school funding is not the purpose of this.
The council will align with the Kansans Can initiative to focus on individual student success.
Tiernan Shank at Jardine, thank you very much for that.
Some future leaders in our state are vying for some scholarship money.
And music to soothe the soul and even provide some therapy. We'll tell you who's helping contribute the money to make that happen when we come back.
You're watching 13 News at 6 with Melissa Bruner and Ralph Hipp. 13 News, Kansas News Leader.
Create a space to live. Create a space to inspire. Create a space that creates awe. Winston Brown's craftsmen combine elegance and professionalism to create a space for you to create memories. Call Winston Brown to design your dream space today.
Comprehensive dermatology care. Family friendly. Medical expertise and innovation. Rick's Advanced Dermatology. Real people, real results.
Hi, I'm Gina DeBacker. The DeBacker family is proud to have been keeping your family warm in the winter and cool in the summer for 67 years. Well, all right, maybe Avery and Connor haven't been around for that long. DeBackers, bringing you comfort since 1949.
For homeowners, the list of to-dos and fix-up projects can pile up. Now, how are you supposed to save up to get it all done? Well, maybe you already have with your home equity. Equity, let me break that down. You take what your home is worth, subtract the amount you owe, and boom, that's your equity. All you need is a great rate on a home equity loan from Communication Federal Credit Union, and you're ready to cross some things off your list. Communication Federal, connecting with you.
Expect better with our team.
At Better Homes and Gardens Real Estate, Wastell Realty.
You're watching 13 News, Kansas News Leader.
Boys and Girls Club participants from around the state are gathered in Topeka in the hopes of becoming the next Youth of the Year.
The announcement being made at this hour. Members and reps from 8 clubs are at Washburn Tech listening to students give speeches in front of the judges, and they all have the hopes that they'll win the title. The winner gets a $5,000 college scholarship going on to the regional competition. A former National Youth of the Year winner from 2012, Lawrence Native, is there saying the key to winning, hey, it's to be yourself.
Everybody was amazing. Everybody did an amazing job. I was not expecting to win that title, but I always remained true to myself and was me 100% the whole time I was there, and kind of lived in the moment. I never really looked at what was next and just really took the opportunities that I had in front of me and took advantage of those.
So a good look at those contestants, and we'll tell you on 13 News at 10 who the winner is.
Local preschoolers are getting a unique form of therapy thanks to a large grant. Check this out. Yeah, listen to those drums. The $4,250 grant was given to the Family Service and Guidance Center to allow a music therapist to conduct therapeutic drumming sessions with preschoolers. The money was donated by the Joe and Janet Alshire Venture Grant Program, the United Way, and students from Washburn University's Leadership Institute. The program is for children who struggle with behavior issues.
The research shows that any patterned repetitive movement for children helps calm them down and helps create those brain patterns that help them regulate themselves. So of course therapeutic drumming is the perfect medium to have patterned repetitive movement.
Krago says this therapy is helpful for everyone and is especially popular with veterans who have post-traumatic stress.
Our milder weather has still been sticking around. We're beating the drum, wanting some warmer temperatures for sure.
Yeah, but so is the wind, so find out if you'll have a better hair day tomorrow. Peyton Sanders is next.
Welcome to the Carlson Financial Minute, your trusted financial resource.
I'm Carl Carlson. I met with someone who told me about going to his financial advisor and asking him if he could retire. His advisor said, sure, no problem. The advisor then put some numbers into a computer system and told him, yep, no problem, there's a 93% chance it will work out. He said that gave him no comfort. I agreed. We take a different approach. Together, we look at all of your income and expenses year by year. We look at the amount of money that needs to come out of your retirement investments each year to see how long your money will last. We then test raising the amount of money you spend each year and test some lower returns on your investments. And then we may add some guaranteed income into the mixture so that everything is not based on assumptions. We're here to help put you on the better side of retirement planning.
Call Carlson Financial today at 844-CARLSON or visit carlsonfinancial.com.
Second Fox Casino presents Desperado, the nation's premier tribute to the Eagles. Live from Southern California, Desperado will take you on a journey through the Eagles' endless catalog with the sound of rich harmonies and timeless arrangements. Don't miss Desperado, the nation's premier tribute to the Eagles. Presented by Second Fox Casino, Saturday, March 10th at 8 p.m.
Hey kids, during spring break, go wild and discover your wild side at Rolling Hills Zoo. Experience animal encounters and travel to distant lands. Run wild through the nature playground and immerse yourself in experiences you can't find anywhere else. On Saturday, March 24th, get ready for a Zoorific extravaganza where kids 12 and younger get in for half price, plus one trip to the Bunny Patch. Take your photo with the Easter Bunny, see the magical Monster Bubble Show, and make some delicious bunny food. Go wild during spring break this year at Rolling Hills Zoo.
This is your 13 weather forecast with Peyton Sanders.
Glad to have you with us here on this Wednesday evening. Are you ready for a break from that Kansas wind? It's been breezy today. It was very windy yesterday, and some good news. We finally see a break from the wind beginning tonight and continuing into tomorrow as well. Lots of sunshine for your Thursday, and finally the winds back off under 10 miles per hour. A noticeable change from what we had from today. And also want to let you know, if you haven't already, we have a brand new weather app. You can download it for free on the App Store and Google Play. Just search WIBW Weather. My favorite feature of the app is that we can send location-based alerts right to your location, updates on thunderstorms, which will come especially in handy during severe weather season. So download it for free today. You can also get high-res interactive radar. And again, on the App Store and Google Play, it is free, quick and easy to download. And we saw lots of sunshine this afternoon. Clouds are starting to build back into the area. This is the view from the Jayhawk Tower, brought to you by Parish Hotels, Ramada Hotel and Convention Center. Our temperature right now in the capital city, 44 degrees, and the northwest winds, they're still a bit breezy at around 16 miles per hour. And you go farther east, it is pretty chilly right now, 35 degrees. That's the cold spot for you in Hiawatha. Again, there's that 44 in Topeka, and you go farther west, it's a little bit warmer, 49 degrees, the right temperature right now in Clay Center. And as we move on through the evening hours, we will continue with clear skies. Temperatures will fall back down into the 30s, and notice the winds, they start to die down as well. The winds will be calm as we move on through the overnight hours. Looking ahead to your Thursday, it will be a cold start to the day. If there's any good news is that with the light winds, there won't be much of a wind chill factor. Temperatures by 8 o'clock out the door and out the bus stop in the mid to upper 20s across the area. And heading on throughout the day, it's going to be chilly once again. We'll see a lot of sunshine, but the good news is that for your Thursday, with the lighter winds, it probably won't feel quite as cold as what we had for today. Temperatures by tomorrow afternoon in the 40s across all of northeast Kansas. And if you are ready for a warm up, get ready. By the time we hit Friday, ending the work and school week on a mild note, we're back to the 60s across all of northeast Kansas, so a noticeable change from some of this cooler weather that we've seen recently. It doesn't last very long, though. We're back to more clouds on Saturday. Some cooler weather does head our way. And for the first half of your weekend, we are tracking just a small chance for a few isolated showers here across the eastern half of the state. A lot of the heavier rain will stay off to our south, so we're really not concerned about a soaker, but we'll just be dodging a few isolated showers across the area for the first half of your weekend. But for tonight, we do stay dry, mostly clear skies, and it will be a cold night. Low temperatures down into the upper teens to right around 20 degrees. And for tomorrow, lots of sunshine. Again, you'll definitely notice the winds tomorrow. They will be light with high temperatures in the mid 40s to the middle 50s. And don't forget that we spring forward Saturday night and into Sunday morning as daylight saving time begins. Get ready Sunday evening, our sunset time, 7:25. The evenings get longer as it starts to feel a little bit more like spring, and feeling like spring by the end of next week with a high temperature next Thursday of 66 degrees.
Okay, yeah, bring that on. Okay,
Yes.
Peyton Sanders, thank you.
Yeah.
Okay. And don't forget to check those batteries in your smoke detector. We do that every 6 months as well. On the way, Chris is here with sports. K-State's head basketball guy, Bruce Weber, thinks that they're in for a treat with the Big 12 tournament upcoming soon.
Plus, what an injury to one of Kansas's star players means for the Jayhawks. That's next in 13 Sports.
Invista Credit Union proudly brings you Kasasa. What's Kasasa? It's an easy way to earn up to 39 times more interest on your money. No talent necessary. It's like a participation trophy that's actually worth something. This free account pays you way more interest than those mega banks. Kasasa. Ask for it by name. Switch to free Kasasa checking at Invista Credit Union.
Did you know that employees are a company's #1 risk in IT-related disasters? Or that businesses who use multiple data protection vendors actually lose more data? Contact Networks Plus to learn more about proactive IT.
Sitting at home just feeling blue, you get an idea, you know just what to do. Grab your keys and say let's go, you deserve to have it all. Finding everything for your home at the Furniture Mall. Fun choices and rooms for less. Smiles at every corner. And a better night's sleep awaits your dreams at the Furniture Mall. The fun of shopping, ideas keep coming. That happy tune you're humming means you just found something great. Now your home looks so much better. And you owe it all, yes, you owe it all to the Furniture Mall. That's the Furniture Mall of Kansas. Oh, yeah.
Hi, folks. Dirk and Julie here with Kansas Fencing. Find out for yourself why Kansas Fencing is the #1 fence contractor in the Midwest.
Visit our website today to learn more about us.
That's kansasfenceco.com.
Anyone can feel Irish at the Mater Dei Irish Fest on St. Patrick's Day in downtown Topeka. Bring the wee ones for this family-friendly event in its 7th year. Be sure to check our website for a complete schedule and details.
This segment is brought to you by Darrell Service, Topeka's complete auto care.
13 Sports with Chris Lilly.
Hello everyone, the Kansas Jayhawks start off the Big 12 tournament tomorrow as the top seed, but they will be without one of their star players. The Jayhawks announced today that Udoka Azubuike sprained his left knee yesterday in a practice and will miss the Big 12 tournament. Kansas basketball coach Bill Self says it's a grade 1 sprain, and Azubuike will be reevaluated on Sunday. To ease the mind of Jayhawk fans, Self says they expect to have their star center back out on the court next week for the NCAA tournament. Azubuike is averaging 13.7 points per game and 7.1 rebounds per game this year for the Jayhawks. And Brian Haney, the voice of the Kansas Jayhawks, says Azubuike will be tough to replace.
He's got 108 dunks on the season. He's a guy that if he can catch it deep on the block, there's no way you can stop him unless you foul him, obviously. And then at 41%, you can stop him that way from the free throw line. But he's a great rim protector as well. Not an elite level rim protector like a Jeff Withey or a Cole Aldrich, but on that back line, he can alter so many shots. And so I think this weekend it's really important to see Silvio De Sousa's continued development. And maybe we'll look back on these 1, 2, or 3 games with more minutes for Silvio as something that gave him greater confidence heading into the real tournament starting next week.
Azubuike's injury is huge for Kansas because the Jayhawks don't have a lot of experienced depth behind him at center. Mitch Lightfoot and freshman Silvio De Sousa will have to split the workload now.
Mitch Lightfoot obviously has got to be huge. His blocks per minute are pretty impressive if you take a look at what Mitch has done, but he doesn't give you the scoring presence or the ferocious monster of 6'11", 270 or 7', 270 that Doak can bring. And so that's where I think you're giving something up. But from a physical presence standpoint, Silvio is just as strong, not quite the same height. That's where I'd really like to see some major minutes out of De Sousa, some quality minutes, as we've started to see glimpses of these last few weeks.
And Kansas is waiting to see who they will play tomorrow, but the K-State Wildcats know they will be taking on TCU tomorrow afternoon in the Big 12 tournament. The Big 12 regular season had so many ups and downs, and Wildcat basketball coach Bruce Weber says he expects the same craziness over the next few days.
Great opportunity for our guys, everyone coming here. You talk about probably 9 teams that have a chance to be in the NCAA tournament. So you got unbelievable balance. You'd anticipate it's been a crazy year. It's in the league, and you would anticipate a crazy weekend. And you got to step up and play at the right time. I thought we were very determined against Baylor. Played our butts off. Our guys made plays. All I talked about was a sense of urgency, and that's got to be this weekend too.
It's an exciting time. Also in the state tournament, the Washburn Lady Blues just knocked off the defending state champion Manhattan Lady Indians. What a win for them as they advance in the state tournament.
All right. Chris on his way to Seaman High to cover the game over there tonight. And Chris, thank you.
Yeah, we'll be right back.
Now at Menards, save big money on your next project with 11% off everything. Get a garage door you can depend on from Ideal. Easily update your curb appeal because all Ideal garage doors are 11% off. Get a healthy, beautiful lawn with Turf Champ grass seed. 3-pound bags of sunny or shade grass seed are $5.24 each after 11% off. Stop waiting and start saving with 11% off everything. Now at Menards.
Save big money at Menards.
enjoy our extended spring break hours. Fun, eat, play at Widget's Family Fun.
Cold and harsh conditions can make your winters brutal. So we traveled to a test facility in Baudette, Minnesota, and pushed the Honda CR-V LX with available all-wheel drive to the absolute limit. Challenging the available real-time all-wheel drive with intelligent control system against the worst elements imaginable. And proving why the CR-V can push you through those cold winter months. Visit your local Honda dealer to test drive the CR-V, 2018 Motor Trend SUV of the Year.
Next wheel, Jeremy has an unhealthy relationship with...
Huge eggnog fan.
That's right. It's the best drink of all time, although I do have a tip for you.
An eggnog tip?
Eggnog tip for you.
Find out what it is.
So what do you do around here?
Save the world from bad guys and have a good time doing it. How about you?
Let's do this. Doc, this Bravo 1, target secure.
We found these hidden within the wall.
That's heroin, boys. Boss, you're gonna want to see this.
Don't shoot. I'm a friend.
Cha-ching. Wow.
Whoever this cash belongs to killed 6 of our guys.
New SEAL Team, CBS tonight. This is your 13 weather forecast.
Mostly clear skies, light winds, and it will be a cold night across the area. Low temperatures will fall down into the teens to right around 20 degrees. And for tomorrow, a lot less wind. We'll finally get a break from it. It'll be another cool day. High temperatures in the mid-40s to the mid-50s with mostly sunny skies. And a look at the 8-day forecast. Friday, that'll be the nice warm day with 62 degrees. We'd have a chance for some rain showers on Saturday. Nothing that's going to be all that heavy, but you might need the windshield wipers a time or two as we dodge some isolated showers. Don't forget, we spring forward Saturday night as daylight saving time begins. Our sunset time on Sunday evening will be 7:25, and then we're back to the low to mid-60s by the end of next week.
All right, and a couple of great contests, Wheel of Fortune and Survivor. Peyton, you're a Survivor fan? You watch? Yes. Peyton's a big Survivor fan. If you are, Survivor's coming up at 7 o'clock, so don't go away.
Well, that's all the time we have for 13 News at 6. Thank you so much for joining us. Wheel of Fortune is up next.
Bye-bye.
Get the latest news, weather, and sports at WIBW.com or follow WIBW on Twitter, Facebook, and our mobile app. Thank you for making 13 News the most watched evening newscast.
Looking for that hard-to-find quality used car without paying a fortune? Well, that's a Smart Buy, and they're easy to find at BriggsAuto.com. Hundreds of vehicles, all mechanically certified and backed by a Briggs Peace of Mind warranty. Smart Buy vehicles are priced between $8,000 and $14,000 and have payments from just $99 a month. Look for the Smart Buys at BriggsAuto.com.
Hey, look what's going on at Briggs Auto. Briggs.
Donate plasma today. Earn a little extra money.
Help save a life.
Mention this ad and receive an additional $10 on your first visit.
Be on the safe side and choose Ranch Hand Truck Accessories to protect your truck or SUV and your family from life's unexpected.
Better ingredients, better pizza isn't just a slogan at Papa John's. It's a job, so you get a better pizza. 2 pies are better than 1. Now get 2 medium, 2-topping pizzas for just $5.99 each.
The Digital Savings Event with coupons you can use up to 5 times in the same transaction. Download yours at Dillons.com.
There's still time to save at Nissan now. Don't miss big offers on Sentra and Altima, both with automatic emergency braking that could stop for you, standard on our most popular models. The technology of tomorrow, available today. Time is running out. Save big on our lineup of sedans.
It's time for an upgrade. Hurry into Nissan now. Offers end soon. Get 0% financing for up to 72 months on 13 models or save up to $10,260 on select models.
Hi, I'm Megan Jones with Jones Advisory Group, inviting you to tune into my new program, Money Matters, Monday mornings at 9 a.m. If you're nearing retirement or already there, you won't want to miss Money Matters, Monday mornings at 9. So set your DVR.
It's Severe Weather Awareness Week. Be prepared. Download the new WIBW Weather app today.
Ladies and gentlemen, here are the stars of America's game. Sajak and Vanna White.
Rolling down the stage with Vanna in arm. Thank you, Jim. Thanks, everybody. Appreciate that. See you later. Hi, good to see y'all. If you're interested in money, you should grab one of those devices. I guess they are. Living Thing. It's worth $1,000. It's our first toss-up of the night. Here we go. And it's Lethell.
Monarch Butterfly.
That's it. The man knows his butterflies. Lethell Simpson, right?
Yes.
Lakewood, Colorado, hospitality service trainer, it says here.
Yes.
And you are an engaged man, is this true?
That is true. I'm engaged to my beautiful fiancée, Shatona.
Yeah.
We've got 3 kids. We've got Christopher, who's 12. He's 5'11" and 190 pounds. We've got Brooke. She's 10. She hasn't missed a day of school in 3 years until today.
Okay.
And then we've got Ariel, who's 2, and she loves to watch the wheel, and she calls the letters and clap when she's right.
All right, I like it. We
Yes.
learned all about your kids, including one of their weight.
That's
So
right.
that's
But you know what that leads up to, right?
What's that?
Football.
Yeah, I
hope.
figured you were thinking that way. Good to have you here.
Thank you.
Rachel, hi. Rachel Robinson, Arlington, Virginia, public defender, huh?
Yes, it's my dream job.
Yeah, oh, good. And your husband in the same line of work? Is that how
He
you
is.
met?
He's also an attorney. We met in law school.
And you had your first date, as most lawyers do, in
Uganda.
Yeah. Why were you there? Was like a sock hop going on? Or?
Yep, that's it. And we were working for the judiciary during our first summer.
Oh, okay, good. Well, it's apparently worked out very nicely. And here you are, originally from Houston, Texas.
Yes.
Get the hometown in. It's good to have you with us.
Thank
good luck
you.
the rest of the way. Hi, Jeremy. Jeremy Johnson, Silverdale, Washington grocery store checker here. It says in Silverdale, or?
Yep, in Silverdale.
Yep. And you are married?
I am to my beautiful wife, Jennifer. Married for 4 years, together for almost 10.
And Seattle sports fan up there?
That's right. Go Mariners, go Seahawks.
And again, as very common, a huge eggnog fan.
That's right. It's the best drink of all time, although I do have a tip for you.
An eggnog tip?
An eggnog tip for you. When you're making macaroni and cheese and your milk is expired, don't use eggnog instead. It does not taste very good. But beyond that, it's perfect.
Thank you. Thank you. I'm going to get Heloise on the hotline and tell her all about that. Why don't we do another toss-up here before I lose my lunch? On the map is the category. Here we go. Lethell.
Knoxville, Tennessee.
That's it. You might be playing football there. Who knows?
I think it's going to be LSU.
Oh, okay. Wow, you do have things planned out, don't you? Let's look at our category for our first round. It's What Are You Doing? And Lethell, you won the right to start. Go ahead.
I.
And let's see. Yeah, 3 eyes. Using that free play to his advantage. Well, lose a turn got you there, Lethell. Sorry. Rachel, your turn. $900.
N.
There are 3 N's. $550.
G.
There are 2 G's.
I'd like to buy a vowel.
Mm-hmm.
A.
There are 2 A's, yeah. 500.
T.
And 3 T's. Doing very well here, Rachel. You have $5,050. There are the T's. What next? And one more, please. There you go.
S.
Sure. 2 S's. $6,450. What are you thinking?
I'd like to buy a vowel.
Okay.
E.
2 E's. 800.
H.
Sure, 1 H.
I'd like to buy a vowel.
Okay.
O.
No, there's no O. Jeremy?